Welcome to Sleepy History Stories. Before we begin, take a deep breath and feel the calm settle around you. Perhaps you are listening from your cozy room or wrapped in blankets in your bed. Maybe the night is quiet or a soft drizzle falls outside. Wherever you are, I invite you to pause for a moment and let yourself drift gently into this story. If you are still here, I would love to know where you are watching from, what time it is, and your quiet thoughts about this moment. Leave a comment below as we begin this peaceful journey together. Long ago, on the fertile plains between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the world was waking to something extraordinary. The first seeds of civilization were taking root in a land of soft mud, flowing waters, and endless sky. Imagine the gentle rush of the river, its waters moving quietly past clusters of reeds and mud brick settlements. The early Sumerians could hear the faint calls of birds in the distance and the soft rustle of animals moving among the tall grasses. The air is warm, but carries the cooling whispers of morning breezes, and everywhere there is a sense of possibility, of life slowly organizing itself in careful, deliberate ways. Homes are low and made from sun-dried mud bricks, stacked with patient care. Their walls are textured with small imperfections, giving each structure a unique character, and the warm scent of baked earth fills the air. The interiors are simple but functional. Clay vessels for water, baskets woven from reeds and low platforms for sleeping. Children crawl across the cool mud floors, their laughter quiet and rhythmic, echoing faintly in the spaces between the houses. Women tend small hearths, preparing porridge or roasting grains over gentle flames, the smoke curling upward and mingling with the morning mist. Fields stretch beyond the settlements, divided carefully by small canals that carry life-giving water from the rivers. Barley, wheat, and lentils grow in neat lines, each seed planted with care, each row attended with patience. Farmers move slowly across the fields, hands brushing over the tops of plants, feeling the growth and health of their crops. One interesting fact is that the Sumerians invented irrigation systems that allowed water to flow precisely where it was needed, an achievement that would support the growth of cities and transform agriculture forever. As the sun climbs higher, the village hums with quiet activity. Farmers carry baskets of harvested grains. Children help with simple chores, and artisans shape clay into bowls, figurines, and tools. The soft sound of water being drawn from canals, the gentle scrape of reeds being cut, and the rhythmic tapping of clay against clay create a natural melody, a calming background to the pulse of early city life. Life moves slowly, but every movement is full of purpose, attentive to the rhythms of nature and human need. Markets form naturally as neighbors exchange goods. Pottery is traded for grains, woven mats for tools, and small animals for additional food. Even without coins, the Sumerians developed systems of exchange based on trust, observation, and mutual need. Each transaction is deliberate, a quiet act of cooperation that strengthens bonds within the community. The soft chatter of voices mixes with the scent of smoke and fresh mud, creating a gentle symphony of human life harmonizing with the environment. In the evenings, families gather around small fires, their warm glow casting gentle shadows across mud walls. The aroma of roasted grains and cooked vegetables fills the air. Around these fires, knowledge is shared: how to dig canals, how to tend fields, how to care for livestock, and how to recognize the subtle signs of seasonal change. These quiet lessons are the first forms of structured education, passed from generation to generation, shaping minds slowly, thoughtfully, and peacefully. The Sumerians are also inventors in the realm of communication. They press symbols into wet clay, creating the first known written language, cuneiform. Every mark is deliberate, capturing trade, laws, and stories for posterity. One interesting fact is that this innovation allowed them to record not only numbers and transactions, but also myths and poetry, giving future generations a glimpse into their daily lives and imaginations. Imagine holding a small clay tablet in your hands, feeling the impressions of symbols that carry the thoughts of someone long ago, whispering across millennia. As night falls, the river reflects the deepening sky, and the fires of homes flicker softly, creating a gentle, golden glow. Shadows sway and dance across walls, revealing textures and patterns, while the warm aroma of cooking mingles with the cool night air. Families sit together, listening to the quiet sounds of the world, the soft rustle of reeds, distant calls of nocturnal birds, and the occasional whisper of wind. In this calm, steady moment, humans begin to sense their own place in the world, aware of community, routine, and the safety that comes from cooperation and invention. And so, in the soft glow of the Sumerian settlements, with the gentle river flowing nearby and the quiet crackle of small hearths, life unfolds at its own unhurried pace. Every day, every meal, every carefully molded brick, and every clay tablet represents a small but profound step toward civilization. In these moments, the world is quietly teaching patience, observation, and connection. Take a deep breath now and imagine yourself here with them, walking beside the canals, listening to the subtle rhythms of early life and feeling the calm, steady presence of human ingenuity shaping the world. And if you are still here, wrapped in this quiet moment, leave a small heart in the comments, and perhaps share where you are watching from and what time it is. Your presence is a gentle part of this story, just as these early humans are part of the unfolding tapestry of history. As the morning sun climbs higher, the gentle warmth begins to fill the Sumerian villages. The soft glow of sunlight reflects off the water channels that weave through the settlement, creating tiny flickers that dance across mud brick walls. Each canal carries life, water for crops, drinking, and hygiene, and a quiet rhythm that guides the daily routines of the people. Imagine standing by the side of a canal, feeling the soft earth underfoot, hearing the slow gurgle of flowing water, and noticing the way the sunlight catches on its surface, shimmering with quiet energy. The Sumerians move through their morning tasks with care. Farmers lift baskets of barley and wheat, carrying them from the fields to storehouses. Women prepare meals over small hearths, stirring soft grains, roasting small amounts of meat or vegetables, and carefully tending the gentle flames. Children follow nearby, mimicking adult movements, learning the rhythms of work and rest. One interesting fact is that Sumerians created one of the earliest known systems of urban planning, with streets, residential areas, and marketplaces laid out thoughtfully to support community life. Their careful attention to organization would lay the groundwork for cities for centuries to come. Markets in Sumer are calm but lively. Potters display their carefully molded vessels. Weavers arrange mats and simple cloths. Small animals are traded for grain or goods. Though the market is practical, it carries an almost musical rhythm. Soft voices, footsteps on packed earth, and the gentle clatter of clay and baskets. Every movement and sound is part of the delicate choreography of community. People know one another by sight, voice, and gesture, and the quiet interdependence fosters trust and cooperation. Along the canals, workers carefully tend irrigation channels. Water is directed slowly to fields, allowing crops to grow in neat, measured rows. Mud walls and small embankments hold the channels in place, while reed mats prevent erosion. The process requires patience, observation, and cooperation. Even a small misstep could alter the flow, affecting the crops downstream. This careful management of water is one of the reasons the Sumerians were able to sustain dense populations and build thriving settlements. It is remarkable to think that this quiet labor day by day is shaping the very structure of civilization. Life is closely tied to the cycles of the natural world. Farmers rise at dawn to work the fields and return to their homes as the sun sets. They observe the behavior of birds, the shifting currents of water, and the subtle changes in soil and plant growth. Each observation informs decisions, from planting times to harvesting and storing crops. One interesting fact is that the Sumerians had early forms of record keeping for agricultural production, using clay tablets to track harvests, deliveries, and storage. These early administrative tools are a testament to their careful observation and planning. Within homes, the daily rhythm continues gently. Families gather around hearths in the cool evening. Fires crackle softly, casting flickering shadows on walls and ceilings. Clay vessels hold warm porridge or roasted grains, and the aroma mixes with the soft, earthy smell of the mud brick walls. Stories are told quietly, sometimes in gestures, sometimes in early forms of song. Knowledge about planting, building, and tool making is shared and absorbed slowly. Children watch, listen, and imitate, learning patience and attention. The Sumerians also cultivate early craftsmanship. Potters smooth clay into vessels, pressing their fingers and palms carefully to create symmetrical shapes. Artisans carve soft stones, reeds, and clay into functional or decorative objects. The subtle patterns and careful shaping reveal a deep understanding of materials, patience, and attention to detail. One interesting fact is that Sumerians also invented the wheel around this time, not only for transport but to assist in pottery making, spinning clay smoothly into circular forms, a quiet revolution in both technology and daily life. By nightfall, the village is bathed in soft amber light from small hearths in each home. Families gather to eat, rest, and reflect on the day. The flicker of flames dances across walls, highlighting textures and casting gentle shadows that move like slow waves. In this calm, steady glow, the Sumerians are aware of their connection to one another, to the land and to the water that sustains them. Every canal, every grain of soil, every carefully molded pot becomes a thread in the tapestry of early civilization. As the night deepens, the air cools, and the soft crackle of fires becomes a lullaby of warmth and comfort. People rest with the quiet knowledge that the work of the day has been done thoughtfully, carefully, and with attention. They are learning the slow rhythms of community, the importance of cooperation, and the first lessons in shaping their environment to meet both needs and dreams. Take a deep breath now and imagine yourself walking along the canals, feeling the soft mud beneath your feet, listening to the quiet movements of the village, and sensing the gentle flow of water that nourishes both land and life. Let the gentle rhythm of this early city guide your thoughts into calm reflection. As the sun climbs toward its peak, the soft warmth of day embraces the Sumerian settlements. The gentle flow of the rivers nearby reflects sunlight in delicate ripples across the canals, casting a serene glow on mud brick walls and reed-covered roofs. Life moves slowly but purposefully, each motion measured and attentive, a quiet harmony between human activity and nature's rhythm. Imagine walking among the streets of a Sumerian city, the earth firm beneath your feet, the faint aroma of cooking fires mingling with the rich scent of wet soil and ripening grain. Temples rise gently above the homes, small ziggurats of sun-baked brick, reaching toward the sky. Their stepped shapes echo the rhythm of human devotion, each level carefully constructed with attention and care. Though small compared to later structures, these temples are the center of communal life, where rituals and gatherings provide not only spiritual guidance, but a shared sense of identity. People approach quietly, carrying small offerings of grain, fruit, or water. One interesting fact is that the Sumerians believed that these offerings nourished the gods, and in return, the gods would sustain the land and rivers, creating a deeply intertwined connection between faith and daily survival. Daily life around the temples is calm but purposeful. Priests and priestesses move slowly along corridors, their hands arranging offerings, their voices low and melodic, as they chant prayers that echo softly in the warm air. Villagers pause to observe, learning patterns of care, respect, and ritual that reinforce the rhythms of society. The sound of soft chants mingles with the occasional clatter of clay vessels, creating a natural, meditative symphony. Outside the temples, children and adults engage in routine work. Farmers tend fields, artisans shape clay, and weavers prepare mats or simple cloth. Every activity carries a sense of rhythm, a quiet understanding that life is a careful balance of labor, observation, and cooperation. The patterns of daily work are mirrored in the patterns of worship, teaching patience, attention to detail, and the harmony between effort and reward. One interesting fact is that Sumerians had specialized workers for almost every task: scribes, farmers, potters, and traders, forming one of the earliest examples of occupational organization in human history. Around midday, the village streets hum gently with activity. Market exchanges continue in soft tones. Neighbors speak quietly while comparing goods, and small animals move calmly among the walkways. The Sumerians developed a system of weights and measures to ensure fairness and clarity in trade. This careful attention to detail reflects a growing understanding of abstraction, order, and trust, foundations of civilization that ripple quietly into the lives of everyone present. Evenings bring a deeper sense of reflection. Families gather around the gentle glow of hearths, sharing meals of grains, vegetables, and occasionally small portions of roasted meat. The warm light illuminates the textures of walls, the soft folds of woven mats, and the faces of those nearby. Conversations flow slowly and softly, sometimes punctuated with small lessons or quiet stories of past days. The presence of fire in homes and workshops adds warmth, light, and a subtle rhythm to daily life. It allows families to extend their waking hours to observe, craft, and communicate in safety. One interesting fact is that early Sumerians understood the value of fire not only for warmth and cooking, but also for shaping tools and materials, revealing an early sophistication in manipulating the environment for survival and innovation. At night, the temples glow faintly with the soft reflection of torches and small fires. The village is bathed in warm amber hues, shadows stretching gently across walls, streets, and canals. The quiet murmur of the river, the gentle flicker of flames, and the soft movement of night creatures create a lullaby of calm and continuity. In this peaceful environment, humans begin to sense the rhythm of time, the pulse of community, and the quiet lessons that sustain both body and mind. As the last light fades, families settle closer to fires, whispering low stories or songs that echo softly against the walls. Children drift to sleep nearby, carrying the gentle impressions of their day, the smell of wet earth, the sound of water, the flicker of firelight, and the quiet rhythm of human life intertwined with nature. The Sumerians' careful attention to community, labor, and ritual nurtures both body and mind, shaping the earliest understanding of society, cooperation, and the unfolding story of civilization. Take a deep breath now, letting the gentle warmth of the hearth and the calm flow of water guide your thoughts. Imagine walking softly through the streets, observing rituals, listening to quiet prayers, and feeling the rhythm of daily life as it has existed for thousands of years. Allow yourself to drift in this gentle world, where each movement and sound is deliberate, measured, and comforting. As the morning slowly gives way to afternoon, the Sumerian cities hum quietly with purpose. The sun glows warmly overhead, illuminating the soft textures of mud brick walls and the gentle ripples of water flowing through canals. Every movement in the village carries a sense of rhythm, a slow, deliberate harmony that guides daily life. Imagine standing in the quiet streets, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, hearing the low murmur of conversation, and the occasional splash of water as it moves through carefully tended channels. Sumerian life is shaped by a balance of labor, observation, and community. Farmers tend fields with patience, ensuring the precise flow of water reaches each crop. Artisans shape clay and weave reeds into useful objects. Traders quietly arrange goods in markets, carefully weighing grain against pottery or textiles. The soft clatter of clay, the gentle rustle of mats, and the low hum of voices create a peaceful symphony, an ambient melody that guides the rhythm of the day. The presence of temples continues to anchor daily life. Priests and priestesses move with gentle purpose, maintaining rituals and offerings that reinforce the connection between the people and their environment. One interesting fact is that the Sumerians developed one of the earliest legal codes, which governed trade, family, and property matters. These laws were recorded on clay tablets, shaping not only behavior but also trust and fairness within the community. The combination of ritual, labor, and governance creates a structure that allows the first cities to thrive with subtle organization. In homes, families gather quietly around fires, preparing meals and sharing gentle conversation. The aroma of roasted grains, soft porridge, and occasionally small portions of meat fills the air. Each family member contributes to the care of the household, from fetching water to tending hearths to shaping clay or weaving mats. Children observe closely, learning not only practical skills, but also patience, attention, and the value of cooperation. Life is slow, deliberate, and careful, guided by the quiet wisdom of generations. The Sumerians are also inventors and thinkers. They experiment with early forms of mathematics to track grain and trade. They press symbols into wet clay, creating cuneiform, a written language that allows them to record everything from laws to poetry. One interesting fact is that this early writing system enabled them to preserve stories, record astronomical observations, and document complex trade networks. In the soft glow of evening fires, these records carry the quiet weight of human ingenuity and imagination, a gentle testament to the first steps toward civilization. As the day wanes, markets empty slowly. Traders carry goods back to storage, farmers rest beside canals, and artisans clean and organize their tools. The soft light of the setting sun casts long, warm shadows, highlighting textures of mud, reed, and clay. The gentle hum of life continues, each movement deliberate, measured, and soothing. The interplay between labor, innovation, and reflection creates a rhythm that is both comforting and sustaining, allowing people to feel secure and connected within their world. Evenings in Sumer are calm and reflective. Families gather around the gentle warmth of hearths, sharing meals and stories. The flicker of firelight dances across walls, illuminating the soft textures of clay, the gentle folds of mats, and the faces of loved ones. One interesting fact is that Sumerians were among the first to develop musical instruments such as lyres and drums, which they used during rituals and celebrations, weaving sound into the fabric of daily life and community. The gentle music and quiet conversations create an atmosphere of contemplation and connection. As night falls, the canals shimmer under the soft glow of the moon. The air carries the faint scent of wet mud, grain, and hearth fires. Families rest with the quiet reassurance of work well done and lessons absorbed. The soft, steady rhythm of life water flowing, fire crackling, and gentle footsteps creates a natural lullaby that eases the mind and body into rest. And here, as promised, if you are still here, quietly listening to this gentle story, take a moment to leave a small heart emoji in the comments. It is a calm way to share your presence, a tiny mark of connection in this peaceful moment. Your heart is a gentle echo of the warmth and rhythm of this early civilization, a subtle thread tying your calm experience to theirs. As the soft morning light spills gently across the plains of Mesopotamia, the Sumerian cities awaken once again to their quiet rhythm. Canals glisten in the gentle sun, reflecting the soft movement of reeds and the occasional bird flying across the sky. The air carries the earthy aroma of mud brick homes, the faint scent of freshly tilled fields, and the smoke of small hearth fires lingering like a gentle memory. Imagine walking along these streets, hearing the subtle sounds of water flowing, children laughing softly, and clay pots being shaped with patient hands. Farms stretch outward, neat rows of barley and wheat rippling in the breeze. Farmers move slowly through the fields, tending each stalk with care. Water flows in small channels, guided carefully to nourish each plant, while the knowledge of seasons guides every action. One interesting fact is that the Sumerians were early innovators in agricultural techniques, not only using irrigation, but also crop rotation to maintain fertile soil, ensuring that the land could support successive harvests over the years. Their careful attention to natural cycles forms a quiet backbone to their thriving settlements. Within homes, the gentle rhythm of life continues. Families gather around the warmth of hearth fires, preparing meals that are simple yet nourishing. Soft grains are cooked with water or milk. Roasted vegetables release a comforting aroma, and occasionally small portions of meat or fish are shared. Children observe and imitate adults, learning the subtleties of preparation, the importance of timing, and the value of careful, deliberate work. Artisans shape clay with steady hands, weaving reeds into mats and carving soft stones into functional tools. Every movement, every sound, every gesture becomes a quiet part of a rhythm that is calming and sustaining. Markets slowly awaken. Traders carefully arrange goods, balancing pots, baskets of grain, and woven textiles. Neighbors exchange greetings, smiles, and gentle nods. The Sumerians developed systems of measurement, weights, and seals to ensure fairness and clarity in trade. One interesting fact is that cylinder seals, small carved stones, were rolled over clay tablets to mark ownership or authenticate documents, representing one of the earliest forms of personal identity and legal security. The subtle clatter of transactions, the soft voices, and the measured steps of animals all blend into a natural cadence that sustains the life of the city. Children and elders alike are part of this interconnected web of work, learning, and reflection. Elders offer guidance and teach skills through patient demonstration rather than force, while children absorb knowledge at their own pace, sometimes through play, sometimes through careful observation. The rhythm of life is slow and intentional, teaching patience, attention to detail, and a sense of belonging. The gentle repetition of daily tasks, combined with observation and quiet instruction, shapes minds and bodies in ways that are both nurturing and profound. Temples continue to anchor communal life. Priests and priestesses prepare quiet offerings of grain, water, and small crafted objects. Soft chants and melodies echo across courtyards, blending with the natural sounds of water, wind, and animal life. One interesting fact is that Sumerians practiced early astronomy, recording the positions of stars and the cycles of the moon on clay tablets, which guided planting, festivals, and religious observances. These soft observations of the sky integrate with daily life, connecting human labor with the wider natural world. As the afternoon stretches on, artisans continue their meticulous work. Potters shape clay on simple wheels, spinning vessels slowly and deliberately. Weavers create mats and textiles, the soft rhythm of weaving filling the quiet spaces between homes. Carpenters carve and shape wood, preparing beams and planks for homes, doors, and tools. Every act is measured, deliberate, and infused with intention, creating both functional objects and the quiet satisfaction of creation. As evening approaches, the soft glow of fires grows stronger. Families gather together, resting and reflecting on the day. The smell of roasting grains, the flicker of light across walls, and the subtle movements of shadows create a gentle, calming atmosphere. Conversations are soft and measured, with stories, observations, and quiet laughter blending into the rhythm of the night. One interesting fact is that Sumerians developed early forms of music and poetry, often connected to religious rituals or storytelling, integrating art into daily life in ways that soothe, teach, and bind the community. The night deepens, and the canals reflect the soft shimmer of moonlight. The air is cool, carrying the scent of earth, grain, and lingering smoke. Families rest with the reassurance of a day well lived, work completed with care, and knowledge absorbed gently. The slow rhythm of life, the quiet pulse of labor, and the gentle glow of hearth fires create a natural lullaby. In this calm, deliberate world, humans learn the power of observation, attention, and cooperation, shaping civilization one quiet act at a time. Take a deep breath now. Imagine yourself walking along the canals, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, listening to the quiet music of life and sensing the gentle pulse of innovation, labor, and care. Let this rhythm guide your mind and body into calm reflection, a gentle restfulness that mirrors the first civilizations in the soft glow of history. As the first light of morning touches the mud brick walls of Sumerian cities, a gentle hush accompanies the soft stirrings of life. Canals glimmer under the sun, reflecting the golden warmth across the textured surfaces of homes and streets. The aroma of fresh earth, river water, and faint smoke from hearth fires mixes delicately, creating a serene sensory backdrop for the day ahead. Imagine yourself walking along these quiet paths, observing the meticulous care in every movement, the soft rhythm of work, and the calm interplay between human labor and nature. Sumerians begin their day with thoughtful routines, guided by experience, observation, and tradition. Farmers walk slowly through fields, hands brushing over grains, checking soil and irrigation channels. Artisans knead and shape clay with precision, shaping vessels that will carry water, food, or trade goods for months to come. Weavers move hands in steady patterns, creating mats and simple textiles, while children follow and imitate, learning patience and skill in soft, measured movements. One interesting fact is that Sumerians were among the first to develop a system of mathematics to aid in trade, construction, and agriculture, laying the foundation for numerical reasoning that would last thousands of years. The city hums with a quiet order. Markets awaken, but not with rush or clamor. Rather, a gentle rhythm emerges from the soft exchange of goods, the measured footsteps of traders, and the subtle murmur of conversation. Cylinder seals are used carefully to mark ownership or authenticate records, ensuring fairness and trust in commerce. The Sumerians' innovations extend beyond tools and trade. They shape social cohesion, creating subtle systems that allow communities to flourish. Within homes, fires burn softly, providing warmth and light. Families prepare simple meals, sharing nourishment and gentle conversation. The aroma of roasted grains and fresh bread mingles with the earthy scent of clay walls and woven mats. Elders instruct children in quiet, measured lessons, how to shape clay, tend fields, or recognize the subtle signs of seasonal change. The gentle repetition of these tasks instills not only practical skill, but also mindfulness, patience, and an understanding of the interconnectedness of life. Temples remain a central part of daily life, not just for ritual, but for community reflection. Priests and priestesses move slowly through courtyards, arranging offerings and chanting soft prayers. These rituals are not rushed, they are meditative, teaching respect for cycles, both natural and human-made. One interesting fact is that Sumerians observed celestial patterns and recorded them on clay tablets, connecting their daily lives with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, integrating science, religion, and practical living into a seamless whole. Artisans continue to innovate with subtle creativity. Potters spin wheels slowly, shaping clay into vessels, figurines, and tools, each movement intentional. Carpenters measure and cut wood with careful precision, while weavers intertwine threads to create mats and simple clothing. These acts of creation are quiet but profound, representing both function and beauty, necessity and imagination. The soft cadence of their work resonates through the city like a gentle heartbeat, a pulse of civilization itself. Evenings bring a soft calm. The glow of hearths illuminates walls, casting long, flickering shadows, across rooms and courtyards. Families gather to eat, rest, and reflect on the day. Stories are shared in gentle tones, songs are sung softly, and knowledge passes quietly from one generation to the next. The warmth of community, the rhythm of labor, and the careful observation of the natural world all combine to create an enduring sense of peace and continuity. As night deepens, the canals mirror the moon's gentle light, and the city settles into a natural, soothing lull. The quiet flow of water, the soft crackle of fires, and the faint hum of nocturnal life form a lullaby for both the people of Sumer and for those of us imagining this world. One interesting fact is that these early innovations, writing, trade systems, agriculture, and observation of the heavens, laid the foundation for all future civilizations, a testament to patience, ingenuity, and careful attention to the rhythms of life. Take a deep breath now and imagine yourself walking softly through the Sumerian streets under the moonlight. Hear the subtle ripple of water, feel the gentle warmth of fires, and sense the deliberate, measured rhythm of human life. Let this calm, immersive world guide your thoughts and body into a state of quiet reflection, preparing you for rest and gentle sleep as history itself whispers softly around you. As the morning light stretches across the soft, sun-baked streets of Sumerian cities, a quiet anticipation fills the air. Though life moves slowly and deliberately, there are moments when the community comes together in gentle celebration. Imagine the faint aroma of incense and roasted grains drifting from homes and temples, mingling with the earthy scent of mud brick walls and the soft flow of nearby canals. These communal moments are subtle but profound, a natural rhythm woven into the tapestry of daily life. Festivals in Sumer are peaceful yet meaningful. Families gather around small fires, children sit quietly beside elders, and soft music drifts through open courtyards. Lyres and drums, gently played, accompany quiet chants and songs, adding texture to the calm atmosphere. One interesting fact is that Sumerians were among the first to integrate music into ritual and daily life, using melodies to soothe, teach, and celebrate, creating an early understanding of the emotional power of sound. Marketplaces during festivals take on a gentle, lively energy. Traders display goods with care, sharing and exchanging items with a soft hum of voices. Neighbors visit one another, exchanging small gifts of grain, woven mats, or pottery. Though calm, these exchanges strengthen bonds, reinforcing a sense of trust and belonging within the community. The soft steps of animals, the delicate rustle of fabrics, and the measured sounds of clay against clay add to the serene symphony of human life. Inside homes, families prepare meals for shared gatherings. Soft grains are cooked with care. Small portions of roasted vegetables or meat are arranged thoughtfully, and the gentle warmth of fires fills rooms with comfort. Children assist where they can, learning the subtleties of preparation, cooperation, and observation. The quiet repetition of these tasks teaches not only skill but also mindfulness, patience, and the appreciation of subtle beauty in everyday acts. Temples provide the backdrop for spiritual reflection and communal gatherings. Priests and priestesses move slowly, arranging offerings and leading soft chants. The rhythmic patterns of ritual, combined with gentle music and the faint scent of incense, create an atmosphere that is both meditative and unifying. One interesting fact is that Sumerians carefully observed the heavens, tracking celestial movements to guide festivals and agricultural cycles. blending spiritual, practical, and observational knowledge into a harmonious daily rhythm. As the day progresses, artisans continue their meticulous work. Potters spin clay slowly into functional and decorative shapes, weavers intertwine threads with measured precision, and carpenters shape wood quietly for practical purposes. Every movement is deliberate, every act of creation gentle, reflecting both necessity and a subtle artistry that permeates daily life. This careful attention to craft, labor, and observation becomes a quiet lesson in patience, focus, and the long-lasting impact of small, thoughtful actions. Evening brings a soft, amber glow as fires illuminate homes, streets, and temples. Families gather, resting in the comfort of their surroundings, sharing quiet stories, songs, and reflections. The gentle sounds of flowing water, distant animals, and flickering flames create a calming lullaby. One interesting fact is that Sumerians often used storytelling to preserve cultural knowledge, teaching history, morals, and practical skills through tales woven into the fabric of community life. As night deepens, canals shimmer under the moonlight, reflecting the quiet glow of hearths and temples. The soft rhythm of water, fire, and gentle footsteps forms a soothing background, inviting contemplation and calm. Take a deep breath now, imagining the warmth of the fires, the subtle melodies of Sumerian music, and the peaceful rhythm of life flowing steadily, as it has for millennia. Let the calm, immersive world guide your thoughts into relaxation and gentle reflection. As the sun sinks slowly below the horizon, the Sumerian cities are bathed in soft amber light, stretching long shadows across the mud-brick streets and reed rooftops. Canals reflect the last glow, shimmering gently as the water flows with a quiet, unhurried rhythm. The air is filled with the subtle scent of hearth fires, wet earth, and ripening grain, a calming blend that carries the essence of daily life. Imagine standing quietly at the edge of a canal, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, the faint warmth of a lingering fire, and hearing the gentle murmur of water flowing steadily onward. The city slows to a peaceful cadence. Farmers have returned from fields, their hands slightly dusty, their movements slower and softer. Artisans set aside tools, finishing the day's work with gentle care. Families gather around hearths, sharing simple meals and quiet conversation. Children listen attentively, learning the rhythms of life, the importance of patience, and the quiet beauty of small, deliberate actions. One interesting fact is that Sumerians were among the first to cultivate a sense of community through shared labor, ritual, and observation, understanding that cooperation and reflection are as vital as individual skill. Even as darkness falls, the temples remain quiet yet present. Priests and priestesses light small fires, perform gentle rituals, and chant soft melodies that ripple through the air. These practices are not hurried or dramatic. Rather, they weave a calming thread through the community, connecting the cycles of life, labor, and reflection. Observing celestial patterns, Sumerians aligned their festivals and rituals with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, quietly embedding their knowledge of the cosmos into daily life. Artisans and families alike pause to appreciate their creations, from finely shaped clay vessels to woven mats and simple wooden tools. Every object, crafted with careful attention, reflects a connection to both nature and community. The subtle interplay of function, beauty, and deliberate care carries forward a legacy that extends far beyond the village itself. One interesting fact is that these innovations in craft, writing, and observation form the foundations of civilization, echoing through history in ways that shape societies for millennia. As night deepens, the soft glow of fires casts flickering patterns across walls and streets. Families settle close to warmth, sharing gentle stories, songs, and reflections. The sounds of flowing water, the faint rustle of reeds, and the occasional distant cry of an animal create a natural lullaby. Each moment is deliberate, slow, and soothing, fostering a sense of calm, connection, and contentment. Take a deep breath now, imagining the warmth of the hearth, the gentle rhythm of flowing water, and the soft glow of a world carefully tended and observed. Feel the peaceful pulse of the Sumerian city, the calm interweaving of labor, ritual, and reflection, and let it carry your thoughts into relaxation. As this story gently draws to a close, allow yourself to linger in this calm, immersive world. The quiet lessons of patience, observation, and cooperation remain, echoing softly like the gentle flicker of a fire. Imagine walking slowly through the city one last time, feeling the soft earth, hearing the flowing water, and sensing the gentle heartbeat of early civilization. Let these reflections soothe your mind, preparing you for a peaceful, restful sleep.